forecast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Now on NBC Palm Springs, the suspect has been arrested in connection to a car set on fire in Indio. Officials saying that fire was set off intentionally. Those details ahead. Plus, several local organizations across the Coachella Valley celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month today. We take a peek at a few of those celebrations this evening. And our Kai Beach joins us later to break down possible triple-digit temps in your forecast coming up. NBC Palm Springs starts right now.
Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening, I'm Tiani Jadling. Thank you for joining us. A suspect linked to a vehicle set on fire at the Larson Justice Center in Indio was arrested this morning. That's tonight's top story. At approximately 1:02 a.m., the California Department of Forestry, alongside officers from the Indio Police Department, responded to a vehicle fire at the Larson Justice Center. Responding units saw a vehicle fully engulfed in flames near the front entrance, but no individuals were found in or around the vehicle. After firefighters extinguished the fire, CDF determined the fire was intentionally set off. Arson investigators underwent an investigation, and at 3:29 a.m., officers were dispatched to a nearby gas station where an individual was refusing to leave the premises and was reported to be carrying a firearm. Officers eventually detained the individual and was identified to be Jose Leon Espinoza. 41-year-old Espinoza was taken into custody by arson investigators and later booked into the John Benoit Detention Center on multiple felony charges related to arson. And we're taking a live look now from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. You can see that downtown area is quite busy on this lovely Saturday night. Kai Beach is in the Weather Center with your forecast.
Happy Saturday, everyone. Hope you're enjoying these warm and dry conditions because things will change as we head into the work week. Take a look at the big story coming up over the next few days. It's going to be some of that humidity. 30% for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And this is the reason why we got a lot of activity working its way up Baja. That's going to bring some tropical moisture into the valley in Southern California. Take a look at the air quality here. Coachella Valley, we're looking at moderate conditions. Parts of the IE and OC, we are deemed good. High temps for today, east end of the valley, Thousand Palms 101, west end, Palm Desert 102, up the hill in Joshua Tree, we're looking at 85, and in Big Bear City, 70 degrees. That sounds nice right about now. For the future wind potential, Whitewater, the usual suspect, the windiest part, gusts up to nearly 30 miles an hour as we head into the work week. Those winds are going to start to taper down. Low temps for tonight, Thousand Palms, low 80s, Palm Springs 75. Our friends in Big Bear, a cool 41 degrees. And in Cabazon, 69 degrees. Tonight's evening walk, go out there and enjoy it. 6 o'clock, low 90s, 10 o'clock, low 80s, and at midnight, we're still at 80 degrees. Sunday, warm and humid. We're going to see tropical moisture return here. Small chances of showers. Those increase Monday and Tuesday. Drier weather coming up on Thursday. 3-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, moist and muggy conditions. Low 90s to triple digits for the highs, and those overnight lows pretty consistent in the mid-70s. Full forecast coming up in just a bit.
We thank Kai for that weather update. And more local news this evening. A new baby giraffe calf was born at our very own Living Desert Zoo and Gardens. She's part of the zoo's species survival plan, and at the moment, she's still learning to adapt to the habitat. We spoke with some experts to tell us more.
Giraffes are currently experiencing a silent extinction in the wild, so we're very excited to have a giraffe calf born here at the Living Desert. She's part of the species survival plan, so they are helping keep a nice, healthy, genetic population of giraffes in human care. Our calf is still exploring the habitat and getting comfortable. Mom's bringing her out as she gets a little more adventurous, so we'd love to invite people to come out here and see our calf as she gets a little more time on our habitat and gets a chance to explore.
Of course, we're excited to see more of the new calf and her name reveal in the near future. And several local organizations across the Coachella Valley celebrated Hispanic Heritage Month today. St. John's Community Health joined in on the celebration as they hosted a block party with cultural performances, community partner booths, food and refreshments, raffles, and giveaways.
Yeah, it's crucial to have events like this, given the climate that we're living. Today there was protocols just in case of any ice activity. We had protocols done with all the vendors and here with St. John's. They're important because, you know, we got to show up for our community. A lot of them are living in fear, and events like this help bring a little joy to the community.
It was a day filled with culture, connection, and celebration. And in the west end of the valley, another block party. The city of Cathedral City and the Cathedral City Senior Center also celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with a lively block party. City leaders say the celebration not only highlighted Hispanic culture through music, food, and entertainment, but also connected locals with valuable community resources. Our Kai Beach has the story.
De Sol de México. Así que un fuerte aplauso para ellas.
This is happening here in Cathedral City because we're a majority Latino community. It's important to celebrate our diversity and be inclusive and make sure that we have a welcoming opportunity to celebrate what is a month-long celebration for Hispanic Heritage Month. Hi, I'm Ryan Hunt. I'm the Communications and Events Manager for the City of Cathedral City. We're celebrating our Hispanic Heritage Month festival and block party. It's a resource fair. First time we've really done anything like this, which is really cool. Being a majority Latino community here in Cathedral City, we thought it was really important to celebrate our heritage.
Hi, my name is Laura Butreyes, and I work for Cathedral City Senior Center, and I'm the People Experience Manager. Our purpose here is we brought a lot of different resources so they can get all the information that all the families they need. It makes me feel amazing because I'm part of the Hispanic, and all the things that they have to do, it's amazing to be part of them. Every year we want to celebrate the Hispanic Heritage of the Month, and if maybe next year we can do it more bigger, it will be much better, wonderful.
And in news around the region, heavy rains triggered flash floods and deadly mudslides in parts of Southern California Thursday. The storms were sparked by remnants of a tropical storm in the Pacific. As the West Coast is battered by rain, the East Coast is keeping an eye out on Tropical Storm Gabriel, which could become a hurricane by Sunday. Jen Sullivan is tracking the wicked weather slamming both coasts.
A fast-moving river of mud slamming into this truck in Southern California as heavy rains pummel the Golden State, triggering flash floods and catastrophic mudslides.
You see the water, you know it's raining hard, and before long, everything is coming down the mountain around you.
It is raining like a son of a gun.
The heavy rain began Wednesday, saturating many parts of San Bernardino County. Multiple homes destroyed, left caked in mud, cars buried under debris. One 2-year-old boy was killed when his family's vehicle was swept away by floodwaters.
Mud started coming through the window as I was trying to get my dog out of the crate. There was nothing I could do. I got swept and pinned against the door with a log in the couch.
Ian Johnson lives in Forest Falls, about 80 miles east of L.A. It was one of the hardest hit areas with nearly 2 inches of rain coming down in a single hour. The area typically sees less than half an inch of rain for the entire month of September. Following day, Ian and his wife returning to try and salvage anything they could.
I'm probably most thankful because my kids weren't here.
More rain is on the way Sunday. Storms triggered by remnants of Tropical Storm Mario in the Pacific. Meanwhile, in the Atlantic, Tropical Storm Gabriel churning north. While it's not expected to make landfall, the National Hurricane Center predicts it will upgrade to a hurricane by Sunday. Forecasters warning the East Coast could see life-threatening surf and rip currents this week. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
And in more news around the region, a 64-year-old man has been arrested after bullets struck the lobby window at an ABC affiliate station in Sacramento on Friday. Police arrested Anibal Hernandez Santana at a home in the River Park area after investigators linked him to a vehicle suspected in the shooting. Hernandez Santana was booked into the Sacramento County Main Jail on charges of assault with a deadly weapon, shooting into an occupied building, and negligent discharge of a firearm. It's not clear if he has an attorney at the time. No one was injured in Friday's shooting at the ABC 10 building, and investigators have not yet determined if the gunfire was connected to protests that took place there the day before which were related to the ABC suspension of The Jimmy Kimmel Show. Still ahead here on NBC Palm Springs, there are 2 new Budweiser Clydesdales at the Warm Springs Ranch in Missouri. A colt and filly were recently born on the property. More about these 2 new Clydesdales ahead. Plus, the Trump administration and China have reached a deal on TikTok to keep the popular social media platform turned on in the United States. Those details ahead. You're watching NBC Palm Springs. We're back right after the break.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
A school in Olive Branch, Mississippi has come up with a new type of cafe. Instead of dishing up food, this cafe serves up lessons in coping skills. NBC's Caitlin Miller has the story.
I am special. I am special. I am unique. I am unique.
Here at the Coping Skills Cafe, students are offered a 4-course meal. But instead of food, the menu is stacked with coping techniques. It's a program that counselors Marsha Foster and Megan White began last year, when Miss White saw 2 Alabama counselors share it on social media. And after adapting the idea to fit their students, the 2 Pleasant Hill counselors instantly saw how teaching in this imaginative new environment drew the kids in.
So while we're bringing some of the courses around, they'll say, oh, I didn't order that, or I wanted chicken, and I'm going to leave a 5-star review. And so it's really fun to see how much they invest into it as well.
Now the Coping Skills Cafe is back for year 2, with 4 new courses on the menu. From appetizers all the way to dessert, students today went from learning breathing exercises and repeating positive affirmations to journaling and learning how reading can help us deal with negative emotions. And as many students lean into the lessons and even recall skills they learned last year at the cafe, Miss White is hopeful this experience will follow them outside library walls.
These are really good skills that anybody can learn, so we also hope that they take it home to their families to teach their parents or their grandparents, whoever, and hopefully it's something that they really enjoy too.
As long as students continue loving the cafe, both counselors are excited to continue putting on their aprons and serving up skills the students can carry with them long after leaving Pleasant Hill.
This year they walked in and they said, oh, we're doing this again. Mm-hmm. And so they do. It's just a fun, interactive way to learn. And hopefully they will remember and will use those skills later in life.
Yeah. And in consumer news, the Trump administration and China have reached a deal on TikTok to keep the popular social media platform turned on in the United States. That's according to White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt. She says they're 100% confident a deal is done and just needs to be signed in the coming days. Levitt says the new agreement will allow the United States to control TikTok's algorithm and data. She says 6 Americans will sit on the 7-seat board, meaning TikTok will be majority owned by Americans in the United States. The White House press secretary also shared this information during an interview this morning on Fox News, but NBC has since confirmed the details of the deal. And Mattel is releasing a new Brave Barbie along with the first ever Brave Ken doll to support children experiencing illness related to hair loss. The announcement comes as September marks Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Mattel will distribute 10,000 dolls to children fighting cancer or autoimmune diseases worldwide this fall. The new Brave Barbie doll will come in 2 different skin tones and have 5 accessories. It'll include headphones, a hat, a headband, a rooted wig, and a customizable sticker pack. The Brave Ken doll also features a rooted wig. First introduced back in 2013, Brave Barbie is the only toy in the world distributed exclusively through nonprofit partners. And this year, the program launched its first ever global expansion made possible through partnerships with over a dozen nonprofits, such as Ronald McDonald House Charities and other international organizations. Now we're taking a live look from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera in the east end of the valley. Looks like there's a chance of rain in our near future, could be even this weekend. Your full forecast with Kai Beach will break that down next. You're watching NBC Palm Springs.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBC.
Welcome back. We're taking a live look from our Walter Clark Highway 111 camera in Rancho Mirage. A couple people out there, maybe a little humid, but still nice enough outside to go for a nice evening stroll. Here's Kai Beach with your NBC Palm Springs full forecast.
Well, we're just a few days away from the start of fall, and I can't wait for the conditions to start cooling off here. But first, we're going to see return of some moisture. As for today's high, 100 degrees, normally 101, so right around average, but not near that record high of 113 degrees. Peak heat happened around 4 o'clock today. Triple-digit marker right there. High temps for today. East end of the valley, Thousand Palms, 101. Palm Springs, 100. Up the hill in Joshua Tree, 85. And Big Bear looking warm as well. We're looking at 70 degrees there. Highs across the country. A lot of people returning to the desert now, or should be over the next few weeks and months. Denver, low 80s. Minneapolis, low 70s. Boise, 90. And in San Francisco, we're looking at high 60s. For tomorrow, Palm Springs is going to be 90, Lake Havasu 91. You want to head to the coast, you're looking at high 70s. The surf report out there, we're looking around 2 to 3 feet. We're going to see some sets around shoulder height. For tomorrow, the highs, Palm Springs 90, Rancho Mirage 93, lows Idlewild. Take a look at that, 70 degrees. But the big story over the next few days is going to be the humidity, the return of the tropical moisture. We could see some showers Sunday through Wednesday. Morning walk forecast. Go out there, have a good day. 6 o'clock, we're looking at mid-70s. 8 o'clock, high 70s. 10 o'clock, around 87 degrees. And at noon, we're in the low 90s. This is the reason why we're seeing some of that tropical moisture return. A lot of activity near Baja. That's going to increase the moisture in our atmosphere here in the valley. Tuesday, warm and humid. That tropical moisture coming up from Mexico, that's going to make things very warm and very humid. 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Sunday, 90 degrees, chance of showers. Those continue through the middle of the week. Start to dry out on Thursday. We're looking at those highs going from low 90s to triple digits, and those overnight lows pretty consistent, low to mid 70s.
And Desert Entertainment with Todd, only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
And now, NBC Palm Springs Sports with Caitlin Kelly, powered by Agua Caliente Casinos.
I'm inside Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, where tonight Golden Boy Boxing taking over here in the Coachella Valley. We've got a full slate of great fights ahead of us this evening. The main event, however, we've got Oscar Colasso taking on Jason Faison. This is going to be a 12-round battle, but only 12 rounds if it makes it that far. Oscar saying that he's hopeful that he'll earn the knockout here tonight. But the reason this event is sold out tonight is not because of that main event, but rather the co-main event. We've got Gabriela Sweet Poison Fundora, who trains right here in the Coachella Valley, taking on Alexis Kubicki. Now, yesterday, when these two met in a press conference, things got a little spicy between the two, and it only fueled the flame for an exciting night, an exciting matchup between the two here tonight. Take a look.
I'm going to be the next and the youngest undisputed flyweight champion.
Oh, you're calling your shot right now. You're going to be the youngest undisputed champion?
Yes, I will be.
At 22?
Yes.
All right, so if you do win on Saturday, you'll be...
There is no if. I will.
Okay.
Talk is cheap, and I like to show action.
I'm ready. I'm here. I'm taking her belts, taking her soul, and I'm taking this back to Edmonton.
When you guys see Fundora, what usually happens? Knockouts. So of course, Saturday comes, you're gonna see another one.
She's gonna have to pay for my baggage, the luggage to fly back to Edmonton.
Bella, nobody's ever talked to you like this.
Nah, I welcome it. That's fine. Everybody, that's why I'm a champion. That's why my faces are on those belts. My name's on those belts.
Not Saturday night.
It's gonna stay that way. It's gonna stay that way, but again, talk is cheap. Put the work in Saturday and we'll see. We'll see who has the better team on Saturday.
Now, only time will tell what's going to happen tonight. Alexis feeling very confident about this matchup against Gabriela, and Gabriela touting those 16 belts to her name, has no doubt in her mind that she will continue to be the undisputed and youngest champion. Here at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, I'm Caitlin Kelly with NBC Palm Springs.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
There are 2 new Budweiser Clydesdales at the Warm Springs Ranch in Missouri. A colt and filly were recently born on the property. Foals are about 3 feet tall and about 150 pounds. They can walk within hours of being born. The foals join more than 70 other Clydesdales at the breeding and training facility. And happy Batman Day. Today marks the annual celebration of the Caped Crusader. Rick Damagella has that story and more in the Hollywood Minute.
That the world has ever known. What else do you require, my lord? Fear.
A new spin on The Dark Knight in time for Batman Day. HBO Max has debuted Aztec Batman Clash of Empires. The animated film is part of numerous Bat celebrations taking place this weekend.
We'll go back in time to that mystic land.
Spinal Tap 2: The End Continues is in theaters now, and co-star Harry Shearer said it was fun getting the band back together.
Oh, man. You know, after the initial doubts, because I'm going, gee, we caught lightning in a bottle once. We're going to be that lucky again? And if we aren't, are we going to damage the reputation of the original one? Once I got past that, it was huge fun.
Let's get together and be all right.
The music of Bob Marley is getting Las Vegas audiences together. Bob Marley Hope Road debuted over the summer at Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino. The stage show featuring Marley's music has expanded to running 7 days a week with matinees on Saturdays and Sundays. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damagella.
Stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website.
An oil painting by Pablo Picasso, unseen for 80 years, will be up for auction next month. It's titled Bust of a Woman in a Flowery Hat. You see it there on your screen. It depicts French artist Dora Maar wearing a bright flowery hat made up of pastel strokes. Maar was one of Picasso's lovers and his most famous muse. The newly discovered portrait was created back in 1943 during the Nazi occupation of Paris. An unnamed collector acquired it back in 1944, and it has since remained in his family ever since. Auction house Lucy in Paris is selling this painting on October 24th. Well, thank you for joining us. We're back here at 11.